Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we explore a little bit of chair yoga, a little bit of movement through the bodies, just to get our bodies going for the day ahead. So you'll need a few props, so if you'd like to pause the video, go grab what you have around lying in the house. So if you have yoga blocks, that's great, you're welcome to use 2 yoga blocks. If not, you can use 2 Tupperwares if they're the same height, or 2 books. Books work perfectly. Try to get them the same height, that's quite important. And what we'll do is we'll use them for underneath our feet to start with. So just place them in front of you. We'll need a chair, so any kind of chair. It doesn't have to be a yoga chair, preferably a chair with a back, but it's not essential. We can work around it. So just place your chair on the mat and the back will be facing the back of the mat to start with. Your mat will be lengthways. If you have a pillow or maybe 2 thin pillows or a blanket you can roll up or a cushion or something soft we can use at the end of our practice, then you're welcome to grab that as well, and we'll place it at the end of the mat. Okay, and I'd like you to set yourselves up so you're sitting on your chair. We'll place our blocks hip distance apart in front of us, so they're lengthways, and we'll place our feet on the blocks. So what this does is it just aligns us well. So we're not sitting on the back of the chair, we're actually slightly away from the back. So we're tucking our belly in, we're straightening out the spine, we're lengthening through the crown of the head. Your shoulders are rolled back and down, good posture. Your knees are in line with your hips. And because we've got the blocks underneath our feet, we're not struggling to sit, we're actually sitting in a really good alignment. Alright, so just close your eyes, maybe rub your hands on your thighs, just connect with your body, start to connect with your breath. And then start to take left hand to heart space, right hand to belly. Start to take belly breath, so breathing into the stomach and then up through the chest. Long, deep exhales or sighs out of the mouth. Take 5 full rounds of breath like this. Elongating each breath. Helping you let go of any tension in the body, any tension in the mind. Becoming fully present in your body, on your chair, on your mat, in your home or in your garden. When you're done with your 5 breaths, you can release your hands and we'll swap hands. So take your right hand to your heart space, maybe in the middle of the chest. Take your left hand to your belly. Carry on with your belly breathing. And we start to move on to our Brahmari breath. So Brahmari breath being the humming yogic breath. Helps improve our concentration and memory. Helps relieve stress and anxiety by calming and quietening the mind. Helps lower blood pressure. And helps clear our throats, helping us with communication. So we'll do 4 rounds. If you'd like to join me for the first round, you're welcome to. Otherwise, I'll start with the first round and then please join me for the last 3. So just keeping your eyes closed, carry on with your belly breathing. Let's take a couple more breaths here. I'd like you to allow the vibration from the Brahmari breath to sit in your body wherever it needs to sit today. Just allow it to sit and move around the body, creating energy, heat. Okay, so we'll all take a normal breath in and a normal breath out. A breath in to hum. Take a few breaths here, just allow the vibration to sit where it needs to sit. Maybe it's moving around your body. Releasing your hands, you can place them on top of your thighs. When you're ready, you can open up the eyes. Take a deep inhale towards the center. On the exhale, we take our neck and turn it over to the left. Inhale, come back towards the center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale back to the center. Lifting the gaze, opening the throat. And then exhale, come all the way down, slow, without throwing the head forward, tuck the chin to chest, stretch the back of the neck, the cervical spine. Draw your shoulders back very slightly. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, look up, open up the throat without throwing the head back. Inhale back to the center and just keep moving as you come all the way down. Exhale. Coming back to the center. Moving on to shoulders. Take a deep breath in as you lift the shoulders and then exhale as you shrug. Breathing in. Exhale, shrug. Breathing in. Exhale, shrug. And again. Exhale, shrug. 3 more. Last one. Rolling the shoulders up towards the ears, back and down. Really exaggerating the movement. Connecting breath to each roll. Taking the arms out in front of you now. Spread your fingers, about shoulder height. And then just start to move your wrists up and down. Deep breath in as you rise. Exhale as you come down. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale, 3 more. Creating blood flow at the wrist joints. Stimulating the arms. Stretching out the fingers and hands. Okay, and then coming back to the center, we're just going to flick the fingers, just slowly, not too quickly, almost like flashing with lights or stars. Getting blood flow within the knuckles and the joints. And then rolling the wrists, try to keep the arms where they are. Maybe changing direction after every roll. And then turning the palms over so they're facing the ceiling. And then start to take hands to shoulders. Breathing in as you lengthen, exhale as you touch hands to shoulders. Creating blood flow, almost lubricating our elbow joints. now rolling as if you're creating circles with your elbows on the sides of the room or in the space around you. Deep, wide rolls as you roll through the shoulders. And then changing direction when you feel ready. Connecting breath, try not to hold the breath. Keep the belly slightly active as you hold yourself up and lift through the spine. Maybe changing direction again. And then just evening yourself up by taking 2 or 3 more rolls. And then releasing, good. Take your strap, so you're going to take hold of your strap or your leggings or rope or anything that you have to use as a strap, maybe even a kitchen towel. We're going to take a tight grip, so wrap your fingers, wrap your hands around, create fists around the strap. I'd like it a little bit wider than your shoulders. If you have something that's a little bit shorter, that's fine, but try to get it either shoulder height or maybe a shoulder length or a little bit wider. So we're going to take a deep breath in, press your feet into the blocks, activate through the tummy, lift through the chest, stay fully active through the rest of the body, and take a deep breath in as you rise with your arms. Try to take about 5 counts to get all the way to the top, and then maybe take your arms back a little bit and hold the breath. Exhale, slowly come all the way back down, same length as it took to come up. Deep breath in. Hold the breath when you get to the top. Exhale, slow. And again, deep breath in. Exhale, slow. Deep breath in. Exhale, slow. 3 more, maybe widen your grip a little bit. Deep breath in. Maybe start taking the arms a little bit further back. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. Good, last one, deep breath in. Exhale. Release the strap onto the thighs, shake out your wrists if you need to, maybe roll them. Okay, we stay exactly as we are. We take the strap now in the left hand. So we're going to take the strap all the way up towards the ceiling. Lift it up, just give yourself a little stretch on the left side of the body. And then bend the elbow, take the strap behind you. Take the right hand, internally rotate the right shoulder, take the right arm behind and bend it and take hold of your strap. So you're creating this link behind your back. Open up chest and shoulders. So you're really tightening the grip here. So really trying to roll the right shoulder open and lift the left elbow up towards the ceiling. If you can reach your hands, you're welcome to use your hands as well. Keep pressing firmly into the blocks through your feet. Tuck the belly in, sit tall, and then close your eyes and just take 5 deep belly breaths here. Breathing in through the nose, long deep exhales out of the mouth. in our arms. Press the palms in towards each other or hold onto the thumbs. We lift through the elbows, but we draw the shoulders down very slightly. Again, lift through the belly, open up the chest, and then open up your gaze by lifting your throat or your chin, gazing at your fingers or slightly beyond. Almost as if we're moving the energy up through the body. Keep grounding through the feet. Try not to lean back. Stay active in the belly. And then slowly unravel your arms, take them all the way up, almost like wings. You're going to spread and open up your chest, wiggle your fingers. And then give yourself a hug. Left arm wraps around on top. Take your hands, walk them back as far as you can towards the shoulder blades. And then tuck your chin into your chest, but stay tall through the torso. So we're not bending forward. We're just tucking the chin into the chest to lengthen the back of the neck. Keep grounding through the feet. And then slowly start releasing. Maybe roll the shoulders a few times. And prepare for the other side. Taking the strap in the right hand. Deep breath in as you press the right arm up towards the ceiling. Bend the right elbow and take the hand behind you and the strap behind you. You might find one side is a bit more flexible with this pose. Take the left arm behind, so internally rotate the left shoulder. Bend the elbow, take the hand behind and take hold of your strap. If you'd like to take your hands and you can reach your fingers, that's fine too. Create a tight bind between your strap or your hands. Your right elbow is pointing up towards the ceiling. You're opening up through the left shoulder. Lifting the neck straight. Closing the eyes, take 5 deep breaths. Gomukhasana arms. When you're done with your 5 full breaths, you can open the eyes, take the right arm back up towards the ceiling, stretch it out, and then release. Place the strap on top of your thighs. Take the right arm out in front, left arm wraps under and around. Create this bind, this intertwining of the left and right. Connect palms, lift through the elbows, draw the shoulders down slightly, don't lean back or lean forward. Try to stay active through the belly as you lift, and then open up your gaze towards the fingertips or slightly beyond. On the next inhale, slowly start to unravel your body. Open up your wings, spread your fingers, wiggle your fingers, open up your heart space, and then give yourself a hug. Right arm wraps around on top. Take your hands as far back as you can to where your shoulder blades are. Tuck your chin into your chest, but sit tall through the torso. Keep grounding through the feet. And then start to release, maybe roll the shoulders a few times. Okay, and then releasing the strap onto the ground. So you can just place it next to the mat. Coming onto our feet, so we just do a little bit of warming up with the feet here on the chair, and then we'll start to stand. So So with your blocks, you're going to move the blocks now out of the way and just shift them to the front, a little bit in front of you. You're welcome to do this on the blocks, but it's quite nice to try it without as well. Alright, so taking a deep inhale, we're going to rise right up onto the toes. Exhale, roll the heels down. Breathing in, roll up onto the toes. Exhale, roll the heels down. Do 5 more. Last one, hold. Holding it right up onto the toes, pointing the feet, feeling a slight contraction now in the calf muscles, a little bit of the quad muscles working, and then exhale, roll it all the way back down. Now we turn the heels inwards, toes outwards, and we start to open up our hips a little bit. So we're going to start to open up our thighs to the sides. If your feet are not flat on the ground, if you've got shorter legs, you're welcome to put your feet on the blocks as well. Alright, and then just make sure you're comfortable, you're not leaning back onto the chair, our belly's tucked in, we're sitting tall. You can just keep your hands on your thighs, you can even press into the top of the thighs, into the psoas slightly. Alright, breathing in, we're going to rise right up onto the balls of the feet or onto the toes. Starting to feel a lovely stretch here, a little bit of work happening in the hips. Exhale, roll all the way back down. Breathing in, roll out. Exhale, roll down. 5 more, breathing in. Exhale. Rolling them down as you come down. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale, 2 more, slow motion. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Good. Maybe opening up a little bit wider. So sliding your bottom back onto the chair a little bit if you need to. Really opening up now as wide as you can. And we'll do 1 more round. Breathing in. Exhale, roll down. Breathing in. Exhale, roll down. Breathing in. Exhale, roll down. 3 more. Breathing in. Last one, hold. Try to lift right up onto the tippy toes. Stay fully active in the legs, fully active in the belly. And then exhale, roll down. Now press the heels into the mat. Press all 4 corners into the mat and lift all 10 toes off the mat. Exhale, release. 1 more time. Breathing in. Lift all 10 toes off the mat. Exhale, release. Good. Keeping the legs as they are. Maybe walk them out slightly just to help you here with a little bit of balance. We're going to take our arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Pretend you have an imaginary block in between your hands and you're pressing into this imaginary block. On the next exhale, we take a twist. So we're going to twist over to the left first. So just remember, I'm not mirroring you, so just listen to my voice. Right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Left hand either onto your chair, or you can just place it to the back of the chair. And we start to twist our body over to the left. Take your head over your left shoulder. Take your eye gaze as far left as you can. Inhale, come back to the center, arms come up towards the ceiling. Exhale, twisting over to the right, exactly the same. Using your chair, if you have got a back to your chair, to really twist the torso all the way around. Inhale, come back towards the center. Taking your left forearm now, just above the knee, sort of mid-thigh. And we'll take the right arm all the way up and over, and then roll your head under your armpit, look up towards the ceiling. Lengthening through this right side of the body, turning your pinky inwards slightly, just to give you this lovely stretch in the upper chest. And then come over to the other side, right forearm, mid-thigh. Breathing in, left arm comes all the way up and over, and then roll your head under your armpit, look up towards the ceiling. Pinky rolls down towards the ground very slightly. As you lengthen, keep your buttocks and keep your hips flat on the chair. Inhale, come back to the center. One more movement. You can bring your legs inwards slightly now. Just shift yourself in your chair if you need to. If you'd like to, you can even take your blocks again and place your feet on the blocks if you have shorter legs. Okay, we'll keep our legs a little bit wider this time. We're just coming into a little bit of movement for the body, almost like cat-cows, but we'll do this as more of a movement meditation. So taking a deep breath in, we're going to open up the chest, so really open up the heart space around your back, so you're pressing your tummy forward as if you're stretching out your belly, then open up your throat. Exhale, round, so connect your palms. Now we're rounding the back, we're rounding the top of the spine, and we're tucking the chin into the chest. Inhale, bring it back and towards the heart space. And then sweep the arms all the way up, connect your palms, exhale, hands back to heart center. Breathing in, open up the chest. Open up the throat, exhale, round, connect fingertips. Inhale, back towards the heart space. Breathing in, sweep the arms all the way up, connect palms, exhale, hands back to heart center. Breathing in, open. Exhale, round. Connect the hands back to the heart. Breathing in, sweep all the way up, left and right meet. Exhale, hands back to heart space. Let's do two more. Breathing in, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, back towards the heart. Sweep the arms all the way up, connect the palms. Exhale, Anjali Mudra, heart center. And release. And just shake it out. And then slowly start to make your way off your chair. So just place the blocks to one side, the strap to one side. We don't need those anymore right now. And we'll take our chair and we'll turn our chair so to the front of the mat, the back of the chair is facing the front of the mat. Alright. We'll start with a downward dog, downward facing dog on our chair. So we're going to open our feet a little bit wider. We'll stand a little bit away from the chair. You can always adjust yourself if you need to. And we place our hands on top of the chair. Tuck the belly in, straighten up the legs, maybe move the legs back slightly, and then start to bow your forehead through your shoulders. So we're going to press into the top of the chair, lift through the buttocks, press the heels into the mat, and feel this lovely hamstring stretch in the back of the legs. Keep active through your belly. And then if you'd like to here, you can even lift all 10 toes off the mat. It just deepens the stretch in the calf. Inhale, slowly release all 10 toes, come back to the center. Alright, standing in front of your chair, roll the shoulders back now. Coming into our pyramid pose. So we're going to take left foot in the middle of the chair here. So the toes will be just behind where the feet of the chair is. Take your right leg behind you about a meter's distance. Okay, you can adjust yourself as you need to depending on what height your chair is and where your chair is. You can also use the back of the couch for this one. Okay, then we're going to our table. We're going to roll our right hip forward. So take your hands to your hips. Just lean back slightly. Press both feet into the mat. Tuck through the belly, lengthen through the spine. On the inhale, we take our arms up towards the ceiling. On the exhale, we start to bow forward from the hip. So we're lengthening as we come down. You can place the top of the hands, keeping them straight onto the chair, and then bowing the forehead down towards the mat, just like we did with our downward facing dog. Rolling the right hip forward, left hip rolls back very slightly, almost like a scissor action. Keep lifting through the back kneecap, so activate through both knees, lifting the thighs, tucking the belly in, feeling this deep stretch in the legs. And then maybe coming a little bit further if you'd like to. So now taking hands to the middle part of the chair or onto your table or wherever you are, and maybe even placing the forehead on the chair. Keep rolling the hips forward. And then if you feel you'd like to go all the way, see how you feel here. You're welcome to use blocks as well, but you can place your hands onto the mat and either place your forehead on the chair, or you can move your chair slightly out of the way and come all the way down. So just go to wherever you feel comfortable with your pyramid pose. Parsvottanasana. And then slowly start making your way back up, exactly the same way you came out, and then we make our way back to the front of the mat. Roll the shoulders back and down, and we come over to the other side. Right foot comes into the middle, toes in line with the front of the chair. Step your left foot back about a meter's distance, and then we play with our hips here. So the back foot is turned to the front corner of the mat. We roll our hips forward, so take your hands to your hips, tuck the belly in, lift through the chest. Make sure you're grounding through all four corners of both feet, as well as the toes. And then take the arms up towards the ceiling, lengthen through the chest, and as we fold forward, we fold from the hips. Placing the pinkies or the top of the hands down onto the chair, rolling left hip forward, right hip back slightly, tucking the belly in, straightening out through the spine. Stay here if this is enough. If you'd like to go a little deeper, you can start to come down onto the middle of the chair. And then if you'd like to go a little further, maybe coming all the way down and just resting the forehead on the chair. Or even moving the chair out of the way slightly if it's easy for you, and then take the forehead all the way down. Keep lifting through the back thigh, so keep firming this back thigh and the front thigh. Inhale, gaze up. Come back to your chair, use it for support to come out of the pose. And then step left foot to meet the right, and then come back to center. Rolling the shoulders back and down. Coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So we'll set up in exactly the same way. Left foot faces forward. We'll take our right leg back about a meter's distance, maybe a little wider if you'd like it to be. And this time we turn the back foot so it becomes a 95-degree angle. So our heel to heel is aligned, or heel to arch is aligned. So see where it works for you best. Straight legs. We take the arms out to the sides now because the hip is open. Alright, just adjust yourself if you need to with the chair. We're going to reach forward with our arms. So we're folding again from the hip. We place the left forearm on top of the chair. So spread the hand, place it on top of the chair and ground the forearm. If this is too much for you, you can place your hand on the chair as well. But let's try it with the forearm. And then turn the right palm so it's facing in front. Roll the right hip open as you start to look up towards your right hand. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Firming through the right thigh, firming through the right buttocks. If your neck hurts here, you can look ahead of you, the same way your palm is facing, or you're welcome to look down towards your forearm. On the next exhale, take your right hand to your right hip, roll your head down towards the chair, and then slowly make your hips forward so that you can come back out. Take right foot, meet the left, and then come up. Roll the shoulders back and down. And we'll do the same on the other side. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Right foot forward, left foot steps back. Turn the back foot 95 degrees. Heel to heel alignment, heel to arch alignment. Just wiggle yourself into whatever stance feels better for you, the distance-wise, depending on how long or short your legs are. And then start to reach forward, so folding again from the hips. And then take the right forearm on top of the chair, place it on the chair, spread your hands around the chair so you've got a bit of support. Take the left arm up towards the ceiling and then turn to gaze up towards your hand. Again, if this is too much, you're welcome to place the hand on the chair, but let's try it with the forearm to start with. Keep firming through the left thigh, left buttocks. Keep lengthening through your spine. Exhale, take left hand to left hip, roll your head down towards the chair, and then step left foot to meet your right foot. Come back to the center, roll your shoulders back and down. Last one. So we come into our twisted triangle or twisted trikonasana, and then we'll make our way. We've got one more standing pose, and then we'll make our way down. Alright, so we take our left foot forward. Right leg comes back. Exactly the same setup. Turn the back foot 95 degrees. You can have the same distance. Maybe you want to try it a little bit wider this time. Take the arms out. And again, we start to roll forward. We come back into our normal trikonasana. So we'll take our left forearm to the chair. We'll take our right arm up towards the ceiling. Roll the hip open. So just make your way back into your trikonasana. Then we exhale, sweep the right arm all the way back down. Now we roll our hips forward, so you can take both hands to the chair to start with. Maybe turn your back foot inwards very slightly, almost like you did with your pyramid pose, but just slightly more towards the right. Roll your hips forward. Okay, and then just gaze towards the front of the chair. Take your right forearm, place the right forearm on the chair, spread your fingers around the back of the chair. And then very slowly, taking your left hand to your right rib cage, we're going to slowly pull and just guide the right rib cage over to the left. And then when you feel ready, take your left arm up towards the ceiling, turn to gaze at your left hand. Twisted triangle. Keep firming through the right thigh. Exhale, roll out of it very slowly. Come back to the front of the chair. Take both hands onto the chair. And then we roll all the way back into our trikonasana, taking the right arm up towards the ceiling. Turn the back foot slightly, a little bit more to the right. And then right hand to right hip. Turn forward and step out of it. And roll the shoulders back and down. We do one more round. Right foot stays forward. Back leg comes back a little wider, maybe if you'd like to your trikonasana, triangle pose. Arms up in front, reaching forward and then taking right forearm on top of the chair. Left arm comes up towards the ceiling. Roll your head up towards the left hand. On the next exhale, roll this left arm all the way down. Turn the back foot very slightly inwards towards the left as we start to roll our hips so they're facing forwards. Release your right forearm, place your hands onto the chair. Just stay here for a couple of breaths until you feel comfortable. Then take your right hand to your left ribs and slowly start guiding them over as you place your left forearm on the chair and then sweep the right arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Take your gaze up towards your right hand. Keep rounding through the left foot. Exhale, roll all the way back down. Again, change hands to come to the center. Place both hands on the chair. Take your right forearm back to the chair. Turn the back for 95 degrees. Left arm sweeps up. Last one, trikonasana. And then exhale, left hand to left hip. Roll forward. Step to the front of the mat, to the front of the chair. And then come back to center. Shoulders roll back and down. Close the eyes. Take 5 breaths. the eyes. We turn our chair, so the back of the chair is now in front of us. You can use the top of a couch as well. And we'll just stretch out our feet and toes before we make our way onto the ground. Taking a deep breath in, lift right up onto the balls of the feet. Just holding onto the back of the chair very lightly, just for support. Exhale, roll all the way back down. Breathing in, roll up. Exhale, roll back down. Let's do 3 more. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Last one, breathing in, rise up. This is such a beautiful movement to strengthen the knees. Exhale, roll all the way back down. Strengthening calves and knees and quads. Opening the feet, so heels inwards, toes turned outwards. Tuck the belly in, almost like ballet dancer feet. Deep breath in, rise up onto the toes. Exhale, roll down. Breathing in. Exhale, roll down. Breathing in. Exhale, roll down. 3 more. Firming through the thighs. Last one, hold. Exhale, roll down. Stay here. Now lift all 10 toes off the mat. Try to ground all 4 corners of the feet into the mat. Release all 10 toes into the mat. Shimmy your feet back inwards. And then we turn the chair around, we move it out of the way. And we come onto our backs. So we'll start with a squat. We'll just slowly come all the way down. And we'll just use this to make our way down to the ground. So if this feels really bad for your knees, then rather just come down onto your knees and help yourself down. We'll just do it carefully, very mindfully. We'll take our bolsters, place it quite close to where you are, so you're able to get it just now, so you're able to grab it when you need it, when you're on your back. Okay, then we slowly start coming down. So take hands to the front of your knees and just roll your spine all the way down onto the mat, and then take your legs up towards the ceiling and just point and flex, draining the legs, just like we did with the arms and hands in the beginning. Creating blood flow within the ankle joints, and then starting to roll the ankles. Changing direction. And then bending the knees up and down. Bending the knees completely, hands on top of the kneecaps. Just start to roll your hips. They don't have to be too wide. We're starting to slow the body down and come onto the ground. I'm just creating a bit of blood flow within the joints. Slow, controlled movements. Changing direction when you feel ready. And then becoming still, straightening out the left leg onto the mat. Take the left hand to the outside of the right knee and slowly take a supine twist over to the left. You can take your right arm out towards the side, turn to gaze towards your right hand, and then breathe into your twist. Deep inhales through the nose, long deep exhales and sighs out of the mouth. your hands under your right knee and just lightly squeeze right knee to right ear. Keep the right foot relaxed, wind relieving pose. Keep the left foot flexed so your left leg is still pressing down towards the mat. As you press into the ascending colon, and then release, straighten out the right leg, shift your hips so you're lying straight, maybe move your neck slightly and shoulders. Bend the left knee, take the right hand to the outside of the left knee and start to twist over to the right. Take the left arm out to your side, turn to gaze towards the left fingers, and again just breathing into your twist. Twisting on the exhale as you relax your left shoulder into the mat. Stretching from the lower back into the belly, up into the chest, the neck, maybe even the eyes. Inhale, slowly come back to the center. And again, just lightly taking hands under the left knee, squeeze the left knee to the right, to the left ear. Flex the right foot, keep the right leg active, but just relax the left foot so you can squeeze into the descending colon. And then start to release. And just bend the knees. You can take your bolster, place it underneath the knees at the top of the thighs. And then completely relax. So straightening out the body, lengthening through the spine, shoulders roll back so they're kind of away from the ears. Tuck the chin into the chest very slightly to lengthen the back of the neck. And then just take the arms out to the sides. And just allow the whole body to completely relax. And start to wiggle fingers and toes. And start to deepen the breath. And connect your breath to little parts of the body, rolling from toes into the feet, into the ankles, rising up through the legs, taking some awareness to the knee joints, up through to the hips, into the pelvis, and then into the base of the spine. Allow the energy, the breath, the wind to rise up through the spine, all the way out through the crown of the head, and bringing you back to life. As if you've woken up now for the first time today, physically, consciously, emotionally. And staying where you are if you'd like to stay there for a few more minutes, otherwise coming back to a seated position to